What's poppin', people? It's Dante going for my morning walk here with the 40-pound plate carrier. In the morning, I actually put on a t-shirt today because I believe, oh, look at the full, is that a full moon? Wow, hell yeah. Yeah, I think it's like 55 degrees Fahrenheit or something. It's getting chilly, fall is coming soon. And yeah, it feels good though, that crisp, cool breeze, that nice air, that fresh air in the morning. Man, that full moon looks freaking magnificent. Yeah, so we outside, you know, I gotta get outside. As soon as I wake up, you know, I'm like, let me strap on the vest and get outside. There's something in me that keeps on moving on, right? I can't stop, and I won't stop. You know, I gotta keep pressing the shutter. Even if it's just for a quick hour stroll in the morning, I enjoy returning to the streets immediately. Like, there's something in me, it's like a bug. It's like there's a bug in my brain. Dante has bugs in his brain. Is Dante on bugs? Dante's on bugs. How to enter a state of rausch? Would you like to enter a state of rausch? A frenzy in the morning? Yeah, just stand at the intersection between order and chaos. You know, it's only once you lose everything that you're free to do anything. What if I were to tell you that if you were going to go out there every single day and fail 99% of the time, you know, you go out there and you're like, I want to make a good photo today. Well, you're not. Like, what if I was going to tell you you're not? And it's pretty much 1% of the time you're going to make something interesting. Would you still go out there? I don't know. I think it's only for the bold, you know, the people that are out there practicing street photography daily. I salute you, soldier. I think this is the name of the game, though. It's failure, right? Embracing failure, how to deal with failure. I think entering the flow state, right, where you're just enjoying the process, like as cliche or, you know, obvious as it sounds, the journey truly is the part of this thing that brings me the most joy. And yeah, I'd say if you're having fun, if you're curious, you are a successful photographer in my books. You know, if you're making more pictures each day, yeah, congratulations, you're a successful street photographer. You know, it doesn't matter if you're making good work or not. You know, I think any street photographer will understand how much time you have to put in to find pretty much anything. You know, just yesterday I met a new street photographer, Lawrence, on the streets, and I was saying hi and went for a little walk with him. And as soon as I bumped into this guy, as we were chatting on the corner, from the corner of my eye, down the street, like a little far, like around the corner, I saw a dude do a backflip off the side of a wall. And I was like, holy shit, Lawrence, come on. And I brought him over to the scene and I started making photos, and I asked the guy, yo, do that flip again, you know, and started chatting with the kid. I mean, this kid could have been an Olympian. The energy he had, I swear he did like 50 flips. It was insane. You know, he did it 3 times for me, but he even did this one trick where he went in the street. It was like the Olympics where he does like the tumble toss. I don't know what they're called, but he flip like a freaking machine. And you know, as I was photographing this moment, you know, I was thinking in my head, okay, if I'm on the side of him, he's gonna be cluttered, the background's gonna be cluttered, right? So like the main thing that I find with a moment like that to photograph is that you must determine your background before you even approach the scene, right? So as I was walking over towards this kid doing the flip, I essentially already knew where I was going to position myself in my camera. You know, I didn't have to think when I arrived. You know, when I arrived at the moment, I knew immediately that I must position myself on the curb using the clean backdrop of the wall for my background. Otherwise, you wouldn't see the moment. And so because of this, I position myself along the curb. And as the man, or the young man, this kid must have been like 16 or something, I don't know, was doing these flips, yeah, I pressed the shutter horizontal, tried again horizontal, didn't work out. Then I flipped it vertically and it was perfect. Now, is a kid doing a backflip necessarily the greatest photograph to make or the most interesting moment? No. But is it rare? Yes. Would I consider it to be one of those 1% moments? Maybe. You know, I think at the end of the day, you determine the game you want to play. You determine what makes or breaks the good or bad photograph. You feel it in your gut, you know, and I think we should listen to our gut when we're on the streets. I think we should listen to our intuition more generally. You know, when I'm on these morning walks and I get away from the hustle and bustle and the chaos and the noise of the motorcycles and these men that are driving super loud cars, you know, I get a time to spend alone and to turn inward and to actually listen to my heart and my heart beating. And that feeling or that sound from inside is what guides me, right? And yeah, I think your intuition and your gut is something worth considering and following. And you know, if you have that gut feeling to approach a stranger, to make a photograph, to click the shutter, to do this thing, to turn left, to turn right, you know, I think you should follow that gut feeling. And I'll tell you, that gut feeling has brought me on a very interesting journey throughout my life. And yeah, I think I've never really had to overthink anything. I've always just led with my gut. I've always led with my instincts. And we oftentimes get caught up with, you know, the rules and the dogmas and the tradition of street photography, where you think of, you know, being this fly on the wall, this bystander, you don't disturb the scene, and you're always just kind of on the sidelines, and you don't interact with strangers, you don't ask for permission, blah, blah, blah. Over the years, I've realized that the best way to approach street photography is to be fluid, to have the ability of making candid snapshots, but also be personable and be somebody who can go up to a stranger and chat up somebody, or, you know, say hi to strangers, and, you know, ask for permission, and, you know, be playful. And, you know, these characteristics are I believe, something that are critical for street photographers, for we are on the front lines of life in the public space. You know, he who has the most courage shall win. You know, if you have the courage and the audacity to approach, ultimately you will find yourself finding more success in your photography, I believe. And I think when you overcome your fear and you sort of just let go, anything is possible. Like, literally, like, as cliche as that sounds, like, literally anything is possible. Like, you can make any photograph in this world. If the world is our canvas, there's infinite possibilities. Just lead with courage and your gut. Shout out to Lucky Lawrence. Lucky Lawrence. Let me take a photo of the 3 lights on top of the balcony. Let's go. Oh, I'm in AV mode. I gotta go to P mode, baby. What am I doing on AV mode? I just realized that. Yeah, exposure compensation is clutch. How much can I go increasing? +3 exposure comp. It's like insanely dark. You can't see anything. I'm shooting at 3 seconds, 0.8 seconds. Let's see how can the Ricoh handle this? Holy shit. 3 seconds exposure. Look at the 3-second exposure. It's crazy. This is what I'm, experiment and have fun as well. Just make yourself laugh more when you're photographing and feel yourself and your lust for life will be on display in the photographs you make. Whoa, these are crazy. You can actually see the stars. Maybe they're dust spots. I'll just call them stars.